across the wide, open plains of Africa, where the law belongs to claws and fangs, there was a mother who dared to defy it all. She did not run. She did not tremble. She stepped forward into the circle of 5 hungry lions, just to protect the fragile life of her tiny child. This was no ordinary battle for survival. It was one of the most brave and selfless moments ever witnessed, where love rose higher than the savage power of claw and blood. But when her body was already bleeding, when she stood alone against a pack of ferocious predators, would her mother's heart still have enough strength to pull her child back from the ruthless hands of fate? The story begins on a gentle morning, as the first light of dawn touches the vast African plains. The very first rays of sunlight cast a warm, golden glow across endless fields of grass, where the last drops of dew still clung, sparkling like crystal. A soft breeze drifted by, carrying the earthy scent of wild grass, blending with the sweet, cheerful songs of birds filling the peaceful air. Out on the wide, open plain, a herd of African buffalo moved silently across the land. Standing out among them was a large mother buffalo, her powerful muscles rippling beneath her sleek, dark skin, walking with steady, calm steps. Pressed close to her side was a tiny calf, innocent and wide-eyed, its gaze filled with curiosity and pure, unshakable trust. None in the herd noticed. Far off at the edge of the fields, faint shadows were moving, silently weaving through the tall grass, hidden behind the swaying blades. 5 lions, their eyes burning with hunger, watched every movement of the mother and her calf. As the mother bent down, gently licking her baby's forehead, from the bushes nearby, a dark golden tail began to sway, slow and deliberate, a signal that the predators were ready to unleash a battle between life and death. A soft whistle of wind, then suddenly the tall grass exploded. 5 lions burst out like living arrows, fast and furious beyond belief. The ground cracked beneath their pounding paws. Their blood-curdling roars tore apart the once peaceful air. The herd of buffalo jolted in terror, and in that single moment of chaos, the tiny calf was shoved away from the herd. Its small legs trembled. The little calf stood alone, staring at the rushing wave of predators closing in. But instead of fleeing, as instinct might command, the mother buffalo turned. She lowered her horns and charged straight into the lions like a fearless warrior. She rammed into the first male lion with all her might. The impact was so fierce that the lion was flung backward, groaning as he crashed into the dusty grass. At that very instant, another lion sprang from the side. Its jaws clamped down on her hind leg. The chilling sound of flesh tearing echoed through the air, and dark crimson blood poured out, staining the wild grass beneath her feet. Despite the searing pain, the mother buffalo gathered her strength. She swung her massive head and slammed her horns into the lion, forcing it to release her. Just a few steps away, her calf struggled desperately under the crushing paws of another lion. But the mother buffalo refused to retreat. Her eyes blazed with unshakable resolve. With every thrust, every step, she seemed to roar to the entire savannah. "My child, I will protect with my life." Sensing the mother buffalo growing weaker, the lions changed their strategy. They split into 2 groups. 3 lions kept attacking her head-on, drawing her desperate attention, while 2 others slinked away, dragging the tiny calf farther and farther from her reach. The mother buffalo was surrounded, fighting with every ounce of strength, while her helpless calf grew weaker under the crushing jaws of the predators. And then she made a bold decision. gathering every bit of life left within her. The mother buffalo lifted her head high. She charged toward the distant herd, and with a force that shook the heavy air, she released a mighty roar that echoed across the scorched plains. A call for help, so full of longing and fierce, unbreakable determination. Far away, heads began to turn. The adult buffalo immediately understood. No discussion, no hesitation, as one. The entire herd charged forward, like a roaring black flood rolling across the withered sea of grass, the thunder of pounding hooves, the heavy, gasping breaths. The very earth trembled beneath the weight of dozens of mighty bodies. The lions realized their mistake. Too late. A terrifying storm of rage swept over them. Sharp horns slammed into the hunters. One lion was tossed high into the air. Another staggered and fled, running for its life toward the distant forest. The mother buffalo bolted straight toward her calf. She lowered her horns, caught the tiny body with care, and lifted it gently off the ground, dragging it, pulling it, guiding it back toward the safety of the herd. While the other buffalo relentlessly drove the lions into retreat within the circle of love and strength, the calf was saved by just a breath, by just a heartbeat. The sun had risen high, bathing the wild savanna in golden light. The mother buffalo stood beside her calf, licking the bloody wounds on its tender body with her rough, steady tongue. The little calf trembled, but still lifted its head, searching for its mother's gaze, a gaze filled with gentleness, overflowing with love, and an unbreakable strength. Though the mother's legs were slick with blood, though every step brought searing pain, she refused to give in. Step by step, she guided her calf back to the safety of the herd. In this harsh land, where only the strong survive, one thing remained eternal: the love of a mother. Stronger than any claw, sharper than any tooth. As their figures faded into the tall grass, only faint, smeared trails of blood were left behind, silent witnesses to a love that could never be broken. Dear friends, in this wild world, where brute strength reigns supreme, it is love, courage, and sacrifice that shine as the greatest powers of all. For true love needs no oaths. It proves itself through action, through bloodied steps, through fearless charges into danger, through quiet, steadfast protection of what is most precious, even at the cost of everything. Such great love has been, is now, and will always be a light that pierces through even the harshest wilderness.